his head with a smile. Beyond the obvious fact that he has at some time done manual labor, that he takes snuff, that he is a Freemason, that he has been in China, and that he has done a considerable amount of writing lately, I can deduce nothing else, Holmes said.
But how did he know all of that?
He could figure it out just by looking at the man.
That's what made Sherlock Holmes the greatest detective in the world. The greatest detective in the world? Hi, you're talking about me again.
Actually, Peter, we were talking about Sherlock Holmes and his friend, Dr. John Watson.
Sherlock Holmes could solve any crime ever.
And Dr. Watson was his closest friend. He wrote down all their adventures.
I've never heard of this detective, but I seriously doubt that he could be better than me.
Peter, why don't you just listen to the story? You might actually enjoy it.
Yes, read it.
Another one, Wendy. Go ahead, Wendy. Let's hear about this Dr. Holmes and Sherlock Watson.
Peter, that's Dr. Watson and Sherlock Holmes. Let's see. Here we go. The Hound of the Baskervilles. Another adventure of Sherlock Holmes written by Arthur Conan Doyle. There stood a foul thing, a great black beast shaped like a hound, yet larger than any hound that ever mortal eye has rested upon. As it turned its blazing eyes and dripping jaws upon them, the three shrieked with fear and rode for dear life.
This is great. But what does it have to do with Sherlock Holmes?
I'll get to it, Peter. Just keep listening.
Yeah, come on, Wendy. I want to hear about the Hound of Baskerville.
That's the Hound of the Baskervilles, Michael. Or as Conan Doyle, Dr. Watson put it. The barren scene, the sense of loneliness, and the mystery and urgency of my task all struck a chill into my heart. There rose suddenly out of the vast gloom of the moor that strange cry. It came with the wind through the silence of the night. A long, deep mutter, then a rising howl, and then the sad moan in which it died away.
Good heavens. What's that, Watson?
I don't know. It's a sound they have on the moor. Never in the delirious dream of a disordered brain could anything more savage, more appalling be conceived than that dark form and savage face which broke upon us out of the wall of fog. Never have I seen a man run as Holmes ran that night. I'm reckoned fleet of foot, but he outpaced me.
No, just fly, there, fly! I don't understand why he doesn't just fly out of the dog's reach.
Peter, Dr. Watson can't fly, and neither can Sherlock Holmes.
Can't fly? And what kind of detective could he possibly be?
Peter, Sherlock Holmes solved his crimes through cunning and logic and simple deductive reasoning.
That's right. It was elementary, my dear Pen.
Peter, we're trying to enjoy a story here. You can't sit still and listen. Why don't you just get back to whatever it was you were doing?
A fine idea, John. Just what was it I was doing anyway? I was coming from the Indian village. Oh, I remember now. I came for my panpipe.
But Peter, your pipe is gone.
You're right. My panpipe, which was hanging on this peg, is definitely gone. So, this is mysterious indeed. A case worthy of the great Sherlock Holmes and his legendary powers of deduction and observation. Wouldn't you say? Watson? That's right. I shall be Holmes, and you shall be my Watson. You can tell everyone how I solved this great mystery. Now, we must apprehend the scoundrel and recover my purloined panpipe. Quickly. There's no time to waste. The game is a shoe.
You mean the game's afoot? I think this is a little silly, Peter.
Quiet, Watson. I think I hear a cue. John, don't move! It's Nico. He probably picked up Wendy's set from us.
Whew. That was close. Too close.
It's a good thing he and Wendy are friends. Now, come on, Watson. Let's continue the case at hand. There. What do you make of this, Watson?
It's a footprint. Could have been made by anyone.
Not just anyone. The culprit who stole my panpipe.
But how do you know?
Look closer, Watson. The track is leading away from the underground house, and whoever made it was in a hurry. The distance between this footprint and the one over there is too long to have been made by anyone walking. Therefore...
He must have been running.
Brilliant reduction, Watson. It's somewhat preliminary, given the obvious clues. Now, what else can you surmise about the brigand who stole my pipe?
Well, since the tracks are outside the underground house, maybe one of us is the culprit.
That's absurd. Watson, how could one of us leave footprints? We fly, don't we? Come on, Watson. I know who took the panpipe.
Walk the deck and clean the gun. Sharpen sword by setting sun. Another day of work is spent while Captain Hook away he went. Yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo.